Hey, you got all my stuff prepared for my business trip, right?
Business trip? What business trip?
I told you! I'm going on a business trip, so I need you to get my stuff together. I told you so long ago. I'm going on a 3-day business trip from tomorrow. You at least got my suits pressed, right?
Okay, I definitely did not hear anything about this. More importantly, tomorrow is Maggie's birthday. Don't tell me you forgot.
I absolutely told you about the business trip. I know I did.
Well, back to your daughter. How'd you forget her birthday?
Enough about the birthday party. Who cares? She's going to be 15 already. I bet she doesn't even want her parents throwing her a birthday party. It's embarrassing. In any case, work takes precedence. If you haven't already, get all my stuff ready.
That's just horrible. She's your daughter. Age doesn't matter when it comes to celebrating a birthday.
Are you stupid? Age is the most important thing when it comes to celebrating a birthday. No one cares about a dumb birthday anyway.
Are you trying to be horrible on purpose?
So you're telling me that her birthday should be my main priority? That I should just call up my boss and tell him to stick the business trip where the sun don't shine? We don't need money to live so long as we have love and birthday cakes? Is that what you're suggesting?
Okay, I got it. I'm sorry for caring so much. Maggie and I will just celebrate with the two of us.
Why don't you just let her go out with her friends? You don't need to be involved either, you know.
You're so jaded. Where is this business trip anyway? If I'm allowed to ask.
Phoenix. Same as last time.
I see. All right. I'll get your stuff ready. Do you need anything in particular or just the normal spread?
The same as always. Get it right, too. Last time you forgot the folders. I'm over here working so hard I'm sweating blood and I get no support from home.
Sorry. I'll triple check everything.
Good. My flight is before the crack of dawn. Chickens won't even be awake yet. So I'll swing by and pick everything up and stay at a hotel near the airport.
Oh, so you won't be staying here? What do you want to do about dinner?
Don't worry about it. I have plans to eat with the guy I'm going with.
Okay, got it. Be careful on your trip. While you're away, I'm thinking of dropping by my parents' place.
I did not ask you about your plans while I'm away. If you want to visit your parents, just go. You don't have to narrate your life to me.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
And since we're on the topic, just because I'm out of the house doesn't give you an excuse to laze about. Make sure you keep up with the cleaning and errands. There's nothing worse than busting your hump at work all week just to come home to a dirty house and no food.
I know! It's not like I'd leave the house a mess. I'll make sure everything is spotless before I go.
Fine. Whatever. Also, from the looks of things at work, I think these business trips are going to become more frequent. Do whatever you need to make sure my stuff is prepped for them.
Sure.
Good. I'll be back soon to pick up my stuff, so make sure it's together. Don't make me come in to get it either.
Okay. Hey, I'm sorry to bother you while you're working, but I just wanted to tell you I'm going to visit my parents for a while.
You're going there again? What for? What are you going to do about the house when you're gone? Who's doing the cleaning?
I'm really sorry. I don't mean to shirk the housework. I've prepared a few days' worth of food. It's in the fridge and just needs to be heated up. Your suits are all back from the cleaners, hanging up and ready to go.
And you think that absolves you of your responsibilities? Making some food and hanging up a couple suits? And putting the housework aside, what are you going to do about Maggie in school?
She's 16, remember? She can go to school all by herself. Could you at least give me a day or so before you start complaining?
Are you kidding me right now? Look, we have a system. I work from sunup to sundown and then some so we have money to live. Your job is to support me. You want me to work like a dog, come home and do your work too? And you want me to just smile the whole time without saying anything.
Come on now. You know I appreciate how hard you work. It's just that my father's health has taken a turn for the worse. He's in the hospital right now. We're not sure what's going to happen. My mom needs help, so I was hoping to stay for a little while.
Your dad's sick?
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I got a call from Mom and I was too worried to leave her on her own.
It's a better reason than I thought, but still, there's no reason you need to go.
I'm the only one they can count on. You know we can't get in touch with my sister. I have to help my parents.
Is he really that bad? Isn't this a bit sudden?
Yeah, it's really not good. It seems he's been having trouble for a while now, but they didn't want to worry me. It seems like they've already went through surgeries and everything.
Why didn't you tell me anything sooner?
Like I said, I just found out myself. They didn't tell me anything. They didn't want to worry me or pull me away from the house.
All right, I got it. If things are that bad, I guess you have to be there. I'll make do here. You focus on your dad. Only for a few days, though. I need someone at home.
Thank you. I'll be back as soon as things settle down over here.
Yeah, whatever. But in return, make sure you contact me before you come back. Don't just come back without saying anything.
I mean, that's fine, but kind of a weird demand, but whatever.
It's been ages since I've had any time to myself outside of being pent up in a hotel room somewhere. I intend to thoroughly enjoy my time with you out of the house.
Must be nice being so happy-go-lucky.
Your dad's condition is not my fault and not my concern. Anyway, remember, you are not to approach this house without me knowing. You call me before you come back. Got it?
All right, I got it already. I'll be sure to call.
And this doesn't mean you don't have to do anything either. I still need to eat. Make sure you come back once in a while to make more meals and to clean the place up.
Fine, I'll manage between here and there somehow.
Okay then. Looks like everything will be fine then.
Yeah, everything is just peachy. Well, I have preparations to get to. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, remember, contact me before you come back.
Hey, I was planning on dropping by today to get something done. That's fine, right?
No, it's not fine. Today doesn't work for me. You can come by tomorrow instead.
Why can't I come today? I don't have any other time to come around. I have to get some things ready for Maggie as well. Plus, I need to pick up some stuff for myself.
I said today is not a good day. My coworker is over today. I told you if you wanted to help your parents that you weren't going to be just traipsing back whenever you wanted.
For one thing, you never said I couldn't come back when I wanted. You just said I had to tell you when I was coming back. Also, you have company over. I haven't done the cleaning yet. I bet the place is a mess.
No need to worry. I did all the cleaning. Since you decided to take your sweet time and not come back for a couple days.
I tried to come home and do the cleaning, and last time you made some excuse as to why I shouldn't. How am I supposed to do any housework if you won't let me in the house?
That's because you just do whatever you want. You need to have more consideration. I have my own circumstances here.
Yeah, and I have mine. My father is sick in the hospital. How about a little consideration from your end?
Consideration? You don't even work. You're a stay-at-home wife. What kind of circumstances could you possibly have? I'm the one working. I'm the one earning the money. You need to work around my schedule.
Just because you make the money doesn't mean the work I do doesn't matter. That doesn't even matter at this point. This is no way to treat a person, let alone your wife.
Say whatever you want. You are not getting in this house today. If you really need to get in, then rearrange your plans and come by tomorrow.
Fine, I get it. I'll schedule my life around what is convenient for you. I'll just tell my dad to stop dying, too. We'd hate to be a bother. I'll come by tomorrow afternoon. That's fine, right? I have permission now.
See, you can fit it in, can't you? I don't like losing my temper, but you need to get put back in line sometimes. Anyway, I have company, so I gotta go. Make sure you make this place spotless tomorrow.
Sure. Paul, quick! Please, you have to come to the hospital right now.
What? What's going on all of a sudden?
It's my dad. He's taken a turn for the worse. This might be the end. You have to get here.
What? I'm sorry to hear that, but I can't just come running over. I'm on a business trip right now, so I can't come.
A business trip? You definitely did not tell me about this business trip.
Well, since when do I have to tell you about every little thing? Especially when you're gone.
My father has been in the hospital for weeks. Why didn't you think it was important that I knew where you were?
Why would I have to tell you? It's not like we're living together now. The only reason you need to know I'm going on a business trip is to prepare my things for me. Since you're not even doing that simple thing, I did not see the need to inform you.
Whatever. Where are you right now?
I'm in Boston right now, so I definitely can't make it there.
Just wait a second. I'm telling you. I'm serious here. This might be the end.
What do you want me to do about it? Will my presence save your dad? Even if I dropped everything I was doing, got to the airport as fast as I could, got on a plane and came back, I probably wouldn't make it. Right? My business trip is for another 2 days, too. I can't just drop that work. I'd have to fly all the way back, see my dead father-in-law, get on another plane and go all the way back. What is the point of any of that?
I'm saying he might die. Is that all you can say?
I said what I had to say. What am I supposed to do about it? It's not like he's my father.
I know he's not your father, but still, come on! Have a little sympathy as a human being.
Right, well, I'm not leaving my business trip, so yeah. Well, silver lining. At least you'll be able to come back home now. It'll be a lot easier on your mom too, right? Not having to basically live in the hospital.
Oh my god, you did not just say that. Are you serious? Are you a sociopath or something? Who says something like that to a person who is about to lose their father?
What? I'm just being practical. I'm trying to lighten the blow here. Think of your poor dad for a second. He's been going through this for a while now, right? Isn't it better that he doesn't have to suffer anymore?
Don't you dare talk about my father's feelings.
It's true. Who wants to live like that? It's best if your dad just goes peacefully.
Just shut up already!
Fine, say what you will. I just said what I think. There is no shame in thinking the way I do. Whether you're willing to admit it or not, I'm sure you're tired of seeing him like that by now too.
Even if that was true, there are just some things you don't say. Even a child understands that. Why don't you?
I'm trying to cheer you up. Wow, you try to do something nice for somebody and this is what you get.
What part of any of that was supposed to cheer me up? You're basically tap dancing on my father's grave.
Right, well, another bright side. Your dad has life insurance, right? Not to mention he did quite well for himself while he was active, right? That's gotta add up. When it gets time to check out the will, maybe take some for yourself and go on a trip. Just let all the stress melt away.
What? How dare you? How could you say that? You're already circling over him like some kind of vulture? He's still alive. How insensitive can you be, talking about inheritance when a person is on their deathbed?
Like I said, I'm trying to lighten the mood a little. I know it's tough. What do you want me to say? When he finally kicks it, you are going to cry a river. It's going to be the worst. You're being all wishy-washy on your end. You gotta be more resolute.
Even if that were the case, you can't just make the whole thing into a joke.
Oh my god, I am so sick of this already. I'm in the middle of work and doing my best to make you feel better. If you didn't want to hear any of it, you shouldn't have even contacted me.
What do you mean? We're married! Of course I have to contact you when my father is dying.
Yeah, well, too bad. I can't be there. I have work. I did what I could and you didn't appreciate it. I am done with all of this. Don't expect anything else from me. It's your problem now.
Yeah, I guess it is. Fine. I'll do everything by myself then. I was such an idiot to think I could rely on you for anything.
Yeah, you were. Again, I have actual work today, so leave me alone already. The rest is on you. Hey! When are you coming back here already? This place is a mess and I'm sick of eating out. The funeral has got to be finished by now, right? What are you dragging your feet over?
Yeah, the funeral and everything is over.
Okay. So why did you not bother to let me know then?
You told me not to bother you with my circumstances. That's why I didn't contact you. Also, there are a million other things that need to be done outside of the funeral. My mother's a mess too, so it's taking time.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about any of that. More importantly, isn't there something you'd like to say to me? Something to tell me?
Something to say to you? What do you mean? I'm not sure I'm following.
The inheritance! The money! All that sweet, sweet cash. Oh boy, did we hit the jackpot. I heard all about it. After everything was said and done, your dad left behind $5 million, right? Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah, and what of it?
I'm not saying I need all of it. There's no need to be greedy. But about $3 million of that is mine now, right? I mean, we are husband and wife after all. It's only natural that some of that finds its way into my bank account. Or did we really hit it lucky and you're going to get all of it? The entire amount? Your sister is estranged, right?
Nope. I'm not getting a penny. All of it is going to Lindsay. It's all hers.
What? No way! How does that work? That makes no sense. Family matters aside, you should at least get something, no?
Yeah, no idea. I didn't decide it. I really don't know myself. But I'm not really sweating it.
That's nuts. That doesn't make any sense. What's wrong with your family? You're the oldest. You were there taking care of the family the whole time. You deserve that money.
Well, it may have had to do with me not really needing the money.
You told him you didn't need the money. Are you serious?
Yeah, my dad had a lot more important things than money, like his book collection. He really treasured it. I really just wanted something that I could remember him by. That's good enough for me.
What? How could you be all right with that? Get the dough! And how can you go and just make that decision on your own? I should have had a say in it too. How dare you make that decision by yourself? That was a family decision and you had no right to make it alone.
I did. As you said, he was my father, not yours. There was nothing to consult about. On top of that, you do realize that inheritance is not family property, right? It only belongs to the one inheriting it.
Yeah, still, it would be used by the family at the end of the day. I knew your parents were loaded and that's the only reason I stayed with you for so long. If I knew you were just going to throw away your inheritance, I wouldn't have married you to begin with.
What are you talking about? You were just after my inheritance?
Yeah. And now since you will not be getting said inheritance, there's no reason to stay with you. You and I are through. We're getting a divorce. Then I will go marry your sister.
You're not making any sense.
What are you having so much trouble with? It's simple. You equals no money. Your sister equals a lot of money. Simple math. I'm going to go marry your sister. Then I will get to live the good life. No more work for me.
The way you phrase it makes it sound like you've had a relationship with Lindsay this whole time.
Bingo! Winner! That's right. We've had a relationship this whole time. So you've noticed after all. Huh. I did think it was strange you didn't know. I wasn't exactly sly about it.
Yeah, I knew about it. Like you said, you weren't exactly discreet. Unfortunately, while Dad was in the hospital, things were a mess with my mom. It wasn't exactly the best situation to have the conversation in. I did intend to sit down and discuss it once everything was over, though.
Right, well, we can skip over the formalities. There's nothing to talk about. We're done and this is done.
Yeah, I understand about the divorce. It's fine with me. But we do have to think about Maggie. We need to have a talk about how we're going to raise her until she goes to college.
About Maggie? No, we don't. She's all yours. You can take her. I'm sure you'll survive 2 or 3 years. I have to take Lindsay's feelings into consideration. I'm sure she wouldn't be thrilled about the idea of living with her niece. She might get jealous having to see her face every day.
So you don't even want to be involved with your own daughter?
That's right. Even if she's my child, it doesn't mean Lindsay wants to live with her. And you know what they say. Money talks. The same goes for me. It's just too much having a kid around. There's too much I want to do without that responsibility. This way, I'll have way more money to use on myself.
You are an unbelievably vile human being. I cannot believe I've been married to someone like you for all these years. As terrible as the cheating and the cash grab is, going as far as to say you don't want your own daughter in your life. Also, you can have fun?
Well, to each their own, right? Also, I'd like a little more understanding about the whole cheating thing. It's not like I wanted to cheat. I actually hate the concept, personally. But you are just so impossibly unappealing that I really had no choice but to seek outside solutions.
Oh, so on top of everything. Not that there's much room up there. You plan on making your cheating my fault.
Oh, come on. Don't play the victim now. Ever since Maggie was born, you completely gave up being a woman. You gave off absolutely no femininity, no sexiness. You just became somebody's mom.
Well, I became a mom! Turns out when a woman has a kid, if they're a decent human, they become mothers. Not to mention all the child rearing was left up to me. You didn't do a single thing in the house.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for agreeing. You are partially responsible for my infidelity. I'm glad we are at least on the same page.
We are not on the same page. It is not my fault at all. Trying to blame me for things I had no control over. What a pathetic loser. It was the two of you having the affair.
Oh my god, you are so annoying. Oh, I see what this is all about. Since you didn't get any money in the inheritance, you're looking for a big payday with the divorce, aren't you? Wet your beak a little with my savings? I knew you only cared about the green.
What are you talking about? When have I ever brought up money? I'm just worried about Maggie at this point.
Uh-huh. You're just a regular Mother Teresa, aren't you? Well, fair is fair. You can have our savings. There should be about $50K there. Take it, it's all yours. It's a small price to pay for $5 million.
Again, I don't even know what you're going on about. We haven't even started the divorce process and you're throwing money at me?
Like I said, Lindsay and I have her inheritance, so we aren't hurting for cash. What's more important is expediency and you two moving along. Lindsay and I have a child to raise, so take the money and make yourself scarce.
Hold on a second. What do you mean you have a child to raise? Is she pregnant?
That no longer concerns you. Sign the divorce papers, take your money, and disappear. And that's that. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I've got everything together. Everything is signed on my end. I'll mail it to you and you finish the rest. Make it snappy, too. I have a life to get to.
Fine, whatever. I just want to end this nonsense. Send it over. I'll sign everything and get it filed. Farewell.
You! You thief! You liar! You tricked me!
Tricked you? Whatever are you talking about?
Oh, don't try to play dumb with me. My money! I spoke to the lawyer. He told me everything. None of the inheritance money came in. Something about Lindsay not being mentioned in the will or something.
Oh, wow. So you were smart enough to actually consult a lawyer. Good for you.
Quit messing around. This is important. People's lives are at stake. Explain yourself. What happened? What did you do with my money?
What is there to explain? I'm sure the lawyer let you know what was up, right? It's whatever he said to you. Lindsay is not named in the will, like, at all. She gets absolutely nothing.
You. I knew it. You lied to me. Why did you lie about the inheritance? Why did you tell me Lindsay was getting everything and you weren't getting a dime?
Well, when I thought about your cheating and what kind of man you really were, I actually wanted a divorce myself. I figured if you thought I was worthless and your new girl was worth a fortune, things would go that much smoother. And they did! You gave me my divorce and a little parting gift. So kind.
I knew it. So where did the money go? Who gets the inheritance?
Me and my mom, of course.
Seriously? You got it after all?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I get it? I actually kept in touch with my parents over the years, unlike Lindsay.
What was all that about you just needing a book to remember him by or whatever garbage? Now you suddenly care about money? So what? That was all just some big lie too?
No, I'd be happy with just a book. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to accept money as well. It turns out that I inherited some books and money as well. Win-win!
You played me! This isn't some game. This is a man's life. You con artist! Give me my money back!
Give it back? It was never yours for even a moment. Even if you didn't cheat on me, the inheritance would only have ever been mine. Nothing to do with you.
Not that. The $50K you got in the divorce. That's at least half mine. You don't need it. You're rich. I need that money to live.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But that's divorce for you. You cheated on me and destroyed our marriage. You don't seriously expect to get off scot-free, do you? Plus, I heard about the shopping spree you and Lindsay went on. Talk about getting ahead of yourselves.
How did you find out about that?
You even went so far as to buy a house and quit your job? Dumber than dirt, you are. You're out there really living it up, aren't you?
Enough. How do you know all that?
From Lindsay, of course. She was so overjoyed she landed a real catch like you. She was so proud. Get a load of what she said to me. I've stolen your husband and your inheritance. Pretty cringe, I know. Aged like milk.
Since when does she talk to you? I thought you guys weren't on speaking terms.
I know, it's hilarious. You couldn't make this stuff up.
What part of any of this is funny?
I mean, she was just so proud of herself. All for stealing some old guy who doesn't own a thing and thinks he's the greatest thing ever. And she considers that a win! How do you not see the comedy in that?
I'm not an old man. Enough of these games. You're going to give me every last cent back. You hear me? Every penny. Oh, and that's not all. You're paying a penalty for putting me through all this hassle. I'm taking a chunk out of that inheritance one way or another.
Well, when you figure out how to go about getting your grubby little fingers on it, let me know. Because I don't plan on giving you a dime. What you did to me was more than bad enough. But you couldn't stop there. You even went as far as to throw away your own daughter, like she was trash or something. Do you know how that made her feel? Can you even imagine? You are a failure as a husband, as a father, and as a human being.
That's not my fault. It's all you. This is all because of you. You're just some useless housewife. You made me do all that.
I see. Well, I'm terribly sorry for making you feel that way. I'm so glad that you managed to separate yourself from such a bad influence. You must be so happy now.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm a lot happier than I've been in a long time, but I'm not letting this money thing go. Give back what you stole from me.
Correction. What I was awarded in the divorce. It's mine now. What are you so worried about anyway? You said it yourself. You're still young. You have a cute wife.
Start over. You can't live off of cuteness. I need money.
Well, she's not just cute. You have to credit her other features. Like her dad. Not to mention that she has been a huge problem child her whole life.
What? Lindsay is that kind of girl?
I mean, duh. Have you really not noticed anything while dating her? Just think about it for a second. She isn't getting anything in the inheritance. Nothing. You knew my dad. He was a very generous and forgiving man. He let me marry you, after all. You'd have to be quite the mess to be completely cut from his will. If nothing else, getting pregnant from her own sister's husband should have been a tremendous red flag.
Now that I hear it all, yeah, that definitely raises a few questions.
Oh, come off it. Like you're any better. But yeah, she was bad enough that my parents cut her off ages ago.
I thought she just cut off ties with you guys or something.
Nope, she was kicked out. Mom and Dad made sure that if something happened to them, nothing made its way to her. So even if something were to happen to my mother, heaven forbid, you still would get absolutely nothing.
So that's the whole game, huh? You deceived me to keep all the money for yourself.
Really? Considering all the pain you caused me and Maggie, I think you're getting off really light here.
How is this light? I don't have any money. I don't have a job. I have a mountain of debt now.
That was all you. Remember the old saying, never count your chickens before they hatch? You brought everything upon yourself. You cheated. You asked for the divorce. If you want to blame someone, go find a mirror somewhere.
I did all that because you tricked me. That's what I'm saying. You need to accept some responsibility for your actions.
What responsibility? I didn't do anything.
I didn't want to do this, but you leave me no choice. I'm going to take that money by force.
You can try.
The house. I must have some claim to that.
Nope. You have claim to nothing, idiot.
But what about Lindsay?
No! I told you she was written out of everything. The house is my mom's, obviously. But she's already sold it anyway, so you definitely have no chance of getting your hands on it.
What?
My mom is using the money to buy a new house for me, Maggie, and her close to my office. It's going to be our dream house.
Back up. Your mom sold the house?
Got a problem with that? Too bad, it's none of your business. It's my mom's money. Her choice.
But we were married for so long.
Cry me a river. You think anyone gives a crap? You should hurry up and start looking for a job, though.
I quit my job because of your lie. Find me a new one if you care so much.
Sorry, I don't know of any place that would take someone like you. Good luck finding one on your own.
You are evil. You're going straight to hell.
And I'm sure I'll see you there if so. Anyway, I'm sure if you try hard enough, you can find something along the lines of flipping burgers. Then again, with how much misplaced pride you have, I guess you'd rather die. You better do something, though.
You little... I swear you're going to regret what you've done to me.
Yeah, again, you should focus more on how you're going to stay afloat. I know that princess you married isn't going to lend a hand. She is a full-fledged parasite, so you've got that to look forward to. I almost feel bad for you. Or I would if you weren't such an absolutely terrible person, that is.
Wait, hold up. We need to talk this through. This isn't something you get to decide on your own.
Well, I'm pretty busy, so I'm gonna have to go. I'd love to keep up this stupid game, but I have things to do. I have to get my last name changed. I don't want to leave any traces of you on my person.
Wait a sec. Let's just calm down. We can talk this through.
There's no need for that. I'm already so cool-headed I feel a cold coming on. And there is nothing I have to discuss with you. Ever since I found out about your cheating, everything was just a matter of time.
No! Wait, this is different. I wasn't cheating, it's different.
Oh? So sleeping with my sister wasn't cheating? I can't wait to hear how you're going to explain this one.
No, that's not what I mean. Just hear me out for a second.
What? Are you going to say it was just a fling? That it didn't mean anything? Spout off a few cliches? Well, you left me and your daughter for another woman.
Yeah, maybe things were like that before, but not anymore.
And how are they now?
I don't love her anymore. I've realized that you and Maggie are my everything.
Wow. You just keep getting lower and lower. This has gone way beyond ridiculous. I've also heard all about your business trips. That they were just excuses to go fool around with her, right?
Oh my god. How much has that idiot told you?
Yeah, anyway, I am beyond done. See you never!
Wait, please. Just give me a chance. Please!
After that, Paul tried to come by our house with Lindsay. Unfortunately for them, our grandparents were at the house. Grandpa gave them the lecture of a lifetime right in front of the house. They ran away crying halfway through. When Lindsay was younger, she used to steal things from the house and sell them. That's why our parents made sure she never got anything after they passed away. Lindsay is quite the beauty, so I can see how a man could fall for such a devil. She siphoned so much money from him that now that they're married, he isn't going to be able to get away that easily. Now I'm living my best life with my daughter and mother. We built an incredible house and are living every day exactly as we like. We share in the chores and share in the fun. Just 3 girls enjoying life to the fullest. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hey, Ashley. Get a load of this. Today, something great happened to me at work.
What happened to you? You seem to be a little tense even though you're off work right now.
I told you it was something great that happened to me today. Can you guess what it is?
Is it that project you were talking about before has finally started to settle down? You were always complaining about how busy you are. Aren't you worked up because you're done?
You're half right. I actually did finish that project recently. It feels good to finally be done. But that's not the only thing that has happened to me today.
Well, what is it? Quit playing around and just tell me.
If you're that interested, then I'll just straight up tell you.
Then do it! What are you waiting for? The suspense is killing me.
The thing is, I just got a promotion. My boss told me that at the end of work today. He said that it's because I've been doing a great job for some time. Isn't that great?
No way! Are you serious?
I sure am. He also said I'll get a pay rise starting with my next paycheck. So, let's go eat lunch or something together on my next payday to celebrate.
I'm so happy to hear that! If anyone deserves it, it's you, honey. You always work so hard and put in so much time for that place. I'm glad to hear your efforts are being recognized.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. It's thanks to all of your support up till this point. I wouldn't be here today without you. I'm really thankful for everything you've done for me.
No, it's the fruits of all of your hard work up until now. On top of both of us having jobs, you're also helping around the house. I have such a great husband. I'm so proud of you.
You don't need to praise me so much. Don't you know how easy it is for me to get cocky? Don't you think if you praise me that much, I'll probably screw up at work tomorrow? I need to be at the top of my game if I want to make a good impression in my new position, especially to my new subordinates.
Oh, stop that, will you? You should just take it in the moment for a change.
I'm just messing with you. But with this, us talking about having a child is becoming more and more of a reality.
You know, I've always dreamed of having a little baby with you. It's been so tough for us. It's always just seemed like a fantasy. We've never had the money to be able to support one.
We have been able to earn enough money from us both working up until now. Don't you think that maybe we should talk about settling down soon? Because from here on out, my salary will go up. We don't need to talk about it right now, but I think we should carefully consider it in the near future. What do you think about that?
That's true. I agree with what you're saying. But you're going to be even busier now. So let's wait and see first. Don't forget that I'm working too. It won't be as easy as deciding, let's have a baby, than having one. We don't have any time to raise a child at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I also need to get used to my new job as soon as possible. It looks like I'll have some people working under me, so I'll need to be more responsible. I'll have a ton of new responsibilities that I will need to train for.
It's great that you're thinking about these things going forward. For the time being, let's celebrate your promotion. You deserved it. As happy as I am for you, I'm equally as excited to go celebrate at a nice restaurant.
Is that really all right with you? Didn't you already make dinner?
Surely we can eat that as well, right? If not, we can just split it and bring it with us to work tomorrow. But I'm starving right now, so I think I'll be able to eat a lot.
Someone's hungry. You might not be able to make it to work at all tomorrow if you eat too much.
Yeah, I know, but it's not every day you get to celebrate.
Fair enough. Well, get ready so we can go straight out as soon as I get back. See you soon! Ashley, how come you didn't come back from work before me? I just walked through the door to a kitchen table with nothing on it. I'm starving over here!
Didn't I tell you beforehand that I'll be working overtime tonight? Just make your own food. I left some chicken in the fridge for you to eat. Put some in the microwave and heat it up. It shouldn't take you more than a minute.
Are you serious about what you're saying? Why the hell do I have to make my own food? I'm way too busy to be worrying about things like that.
I understand that you've been very busy with your job when you got promoted. But please do at least that much on your own. You're not helping at all, even when things are going fine for you, right? Shouldn't it go without saying that we should be working together at times like these?
That was all in the past. This is now. Did you forget how much I make now after getting promoted? You and I aren't on the same level anymore. Pretty ballsy to complain to the guy who supports you.
Please stop talking like that. Why have you been talking like that to me lately? You were never someone who would say those kinds of things.
I'm not acting weird at all. I'm just making my position as clear as day here. Married couples need to sort things like that out.
See? That right there. That's not something you would have ever said to me before you got this promotion. Seriously, just what the hell happened to you? Did something bad happen when you were at work? I might not be able to help, but I can at the very least listen to you if you just tell me what is going on.
No, it is not like that. Wouldn't it be unfair for me to help out with the house even though I'm the one who's making more money? Up until now, there wasn't that much of a difference between both of our wages, but now that isn't the case. Which, like I said, is why you need to recognize where you stand in this marriage, which is below me. I need you to be at home to do all of the housework.
No one is higher or lower than the other when it comes to a marriage. It shouldn't matter which one of us is making most of the money. It's definitely been a lot of help to us that your wage has increased, but life isn't just about making money, right? I think that there are a variety of other things that are also important.
You can say things like that after you start making more money than me. As long as I'm the one that makes more money, it doesn't matter what you complain about. Which means someone who doesn't make much money doesn't have any room to argue. You should just shut up and listen to what I have to say.
There it is again! Stop hanging that over my head. Just because you make more money doesn't give you the right to think like that. Didn't we get this far by helping each other out? We got this far together! It would have never worked if one person kept puffing out their chest and treating the other like you're treating me.
That's why I said I was mistaken up until now. Wake up and realize our situation right now. Isn't the husband who makes more money always the most important in a relationship? I see that happening at my workplace, and all my friends think that way too. I was mistaken before, so it's only natural for me to correct myself. If you can get that, then you should refrain from acting against me from now on.
Fine. It's pretty obvious you aren't going to change the way you think. Isn't that right? You've made up your mind about how I'm below you.
Of course I have. I won't change my mind. Which naturally means this is how it's going to be from now on. So you better get used to doing all the work and whatever else I have to say.
I see. So your mind is set in stone then?
You can't be that stupid. I literally just said that. Anyway, I'll let you off the hook for today, so just make sure you don't let it happen again.
I'll keep in mind to do just that. Don't forget what you said either.
Hey, how many times has it been now? Didn't I tell you that if you're going to be working overtime, then make some food in the morning before you leave? So why is there nothing here right now?
I've got something to tell you before we talk about that. Is that all right? It's really important to me. And I think you will find this in particular to be very interesting.
I literally couldn't care any less about what you think is important to tell me. If you have time to talk about something like that, then get over here right away and make some food. Even if you are working overtime, it's not like it's that hard of a job, right? Since you make less money than me.
Yeah, about that. Didn't you say that the one who's making more money is more important? Do you still think that?
Yeah, it's obvious that the one making more money is more important. Which means you should just do what I say without question.
I'm so glad to hear that. So I wasn't mistaken about that then.
What have you been going on about all this time? You need to stop saying things that don't make sense. You're starting to freak me out.
Well then, go to the store and get some groceries for me. I'll also leave all the housework to you. See you later.
Excuse me? How many times do I have to repeat myself? You are the one who takes orders from me, not the other way around. Money equals power, and you have none of either. Are you so stupid that you can't even understand that much?
Isn't that why I'm ordering you? Why don't you think about it for a few seconds and try to understand? Or are you just an idiot?
I literally can't believe you think you can talk to me like this. Maybe if you'd put the same enthusiasm into your job, you wouldn't be making so little. Don't push me. I'm nice enough to support you now, but I can easily make that go away.
Okay, then you don't have to support me anymore, since I'm making much more money than you are. But if you choose to be a good little boy and listen to what I tell you, then maybe I'll support you.
Yeah, right. Don't think you can lie about having a higher salary than me. Only a real stupid idiot would lie about something that can be so easily proven.
If you think I'm lying that badly, why don't you go take a look at the last deposit into my account? Go ahead. You know the password to the bank app.
Huh. Are you sure you want me to do that? I'm going to laugh so hard if there's like $2 in it. I'm going to go look at it right now and expose you.
So, did you see it? You were able to log in, right? So, what do you think about my earnings?
Are you screwing around with me? How can you possibly be making this much?
Do you finally understand it now? I am making so much more than you. So don't you dare try to oppose me. And in addition to that, stop making a fuss about everything around the house, including not having any food to eat.
None of that matters right now. I want to hear the reason why you're making this much. What did you do to get this much money?
There isn't much to it, really. I just happened to get a promotion just like you did. Not to mention my bonuses are going to be insane from now on.
A promotion? How come I never heard about this?
It's been in talks for a while and my boss finally offered it to me. I have the stuff with the house and not to mention, wasn't there also the possibility that we could have a child? Those are the reasons on why I refused to take it initially. It would be a lot of extra responsibility and working hours.
So then why did you suddenly want to accept it? Don't I make enough money for the both of us to live comfortably?
Well, like you eloquently put it, money equals power, right? So if I made more money than you, then you would have to listen to me, right? I was pretty sick of you barking orders at me. Now it's my turn to be queen.
Hold on. You can't be trying to force all of the housework on me, right? Even as it is now, I still have a job, right? I don't have time to do any of this stuff.
I was always doing it before, so it's not like you can't do it either, right? Are you going to oppose me? Even though I'm the one making more money than you? After all, weren't you the one who originally said all of that?
Well, it's not very reasonable if you think about it realistically. Since I get tired due to being so overworked at my job. I don't have the mental energy to get all of these chores done by myself.
Don't you think that I get tired as well, though? But even then, you made me do all that work anyway, right? I never got any breaks or encouragement from you. So wouldn't you say that you are the one who doesn't have any right to complain? I'm the one giving orders, so you should just shut your mouth and listen. Hey, Mark! Why did you leave the house without doing any of the chores? Also, how come you didn't get any of the food ready before you left? Care to explain yourself?
Oh, give me a goddamn break already. Didn't I tell you that I couldn't since I had to do some extra stuff after work with my colleagues? I had to stay overtime for a last-second meeting. I can't do any chores like this.
Why not? Do you think it's a good idea to oppose me? I'm the one who's bringing in more money. Like you said, that makes me the boss.
I told you before that this is unreasonable. Just think about me for a second.
But weren't you not listening to me when you were the one making more money? You were so drunk with imaginary power from the rules you arbitrarily made for us. And yet, when you're on the receiving end, you're so quick to start whining. You really are pathetic, you know that?
But it wasn't like this, right? I think I may have had a change of heart. I take back what I said. Money isn't everything, right? I admit I was wrong. Let's go back to the way things used to be. Didn't you say that's what you wanted?
Sorry, buddy. No can do. It hasn't even been that long since I've been on the throne. You've barely had anything to do, and you've only just started. I had to endure your power trip for over a year. It's been just a week for you so far.
That's why I said I was sorry. Let us put our relationship back on equal footing again. Let's split up the chores like we used to do back in the old days. Wouldn't that be better for the two of us?
Why do I have to listen to you? Am I not more important than you since I make more money? I don't think you're qualified to complain to me.
Just listen to me for a second. This past week, I began to understand what you went through as I did all of the housework even while having to go to work. How you have worked so hard up until now for me and to keep the house clean. So let's stop doing this already. I realize now that I was in the wrong. I'm so sorry for everything that I've put you through. I'm begging you, please go back to the old Ashley that I loved who was kind-hearted.
So what if I was kind-hearted before? The one who pushed me to do this was none other than you, right? This is what you chose, so get over it already.
We talked about wanting a child, right? But what would happen if you acted the way you do now all of the time? Wouldn't you be hated by our future child? That's not what you want to have happen, right?
Don't bring the child into this conversation, especially after all you've done. You look down on other people when you have the upper hand, but when you are at a disadvantage, you do nothing but complain right away. I don't need to have a child with a person like that. You will be listening to whatever the hell I say from this point onward.
I can't do this anymore. Please just divorce me already. I can't be with you anymore. Wouldn't that be the best for you as well?
What are you talking about? Why on earth would I want to divorce you? This is the best time of my life.
Wait, what? But don't you hate me? Isn't that the reason why you were doing this to me?
Isn't that obvious? I've lost all my love for you after you did this to me. You've been nothing but cruel and abusive towards me for a long time. Ever since you got that promotion, you've let the success get to your head. I hate you so much for everything you put me through.
So then shouldn't we just divorce instead? Then you wouldn't have to deal with me ever again. Why won't you divorce me?
Did I not just tell you the reason just a few minutes ago? I've had to endure a whole year of what you put me through. You made me do everything around the house all by myself without any breaks. I had to do all the chores every day, like cleaning up after you and having to organize all your files after you lay it all over your desk. I had to cook for you on top of that, including having to constantly run to the store to get the ingredients for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it wouldn't be very fair if I didn't put you through a whole year as well.
That's sadistic. You know that, right? I'm begging you. Please just divorce me. I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry already.
By the way, I had a quick chat with your mom recently. She's so unhappy with how you have been treating our marriage like a joke. Sounds like she's totally on my side here. It's no use.
You were talking about this with my mom. Our marriage is none of her business. How will I be able to face her now?
It's all right now. You don't have to worry about the money anymore or having to work so hard at your own job. Because I'm just going to put you through all the pain that you put me through in 1 year. So, make sure to listen to what I have to say for this whole year. After that, I continued to work my husband to the bone until the day we divorced. At first, I said it would be a year until we filed for the divorce, but my husband couldn't handle it. He deeply apologized to me at the time and seems to have accepted what had happened. I formally accepted his apology at the time the divorce was finalized. He finally woke up to the abuse he'd been putting me through and realized how horrible his way of thinking was. I guess he started to understand my feelings regarding how awful he was to me when we switched places. I don't know what happened to Mark after we divorced, but perhaps he became a better person afterwards. I, on the other hand, had stopped caring about what my outrageous husband had done to me. I have found meaning in my life after I had been promoted to my current position. So here on after, I have continued to put even more effort than ever into my job. It was worth the hard work as my reputation at work helped me to become the very best. So this time I was also chosen to lead the new project. It happened around the time my revenge towards Mark had finished, so now I feel relieved. From this point on, I can lead a free life without having anything to do with Mark. And I hope that someday, I can find a better man to be with me for the rest of my life. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button.